Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is Silky Intuitive. I'm Nan, and we're going to run a video, another one in our summer series called Harden Up Close. So it's story time, folks. Whose story are we going to talk about today? Maybe it's you. I open it up to anyone who's watching who may need a private reading, and for one reason or another they have an obstacle in front of them. So that's the reading that I want to touch on today. I want to touch on a reading for someone in my collective, everyday, general audience who needs a reading for whatever reason, just can't obtain one right now. So let's take a look at that person. My guide is always here. I am nothing but a channel. I've decided to give up trying to adjust the readings for terribly general readings. My guide likes to zero in, and he focuses, and when he does, he doesn't. And that's what he wants to give to you guys. He has a different story to tell all the time. Today he wants to look at one of you. I think we're ready. I'm done jabbering. If you want a reading, by the way, the Ace of Cups. If you want a reading meant just for you, reach out to me through my website, my email address, and I'll get back to you with the proper invoicing. The room is darkened only because it is bloody hot outside today, and I need to keep the room as cool as possible. I just returned, and so I'm trying to get the air in here cool. Now, I'm trying to get as close as I can. This tablecloth may be too busy, not sure. It was just calling to me today. Okay, so we're starting with the Ace of Cups. We're taking the poppers, apparently. The Eight of Swords. A new beginning. A new beginning, I think on a personal level, for someone who has already let go of that relationship. The Four of Cups. Whether this couple knows it or not, there's an offer. An offer coming their way. The King of Pentacles. Okay, so I think immediately, the Death card. Got all kinds of elements showing up here. I think this could be focusing very narrowly. I think we could be dealing with a Scorpio and an Earth sign. Any of them. I usually get Capricorn with the King of Pentacles, but it doesn't have to be. It can be any of the signs that represent Earth. I think if I had to narrow it down really carefully, someone's got a lot of Earth in their chart. May be the male energy here in whoever's life I'm talking about. I think this is a relationship that had its obstacles, had stuff in their way. And I honestly think that this particular situation I'm going to talk about here, it feels like it was almost destined to have a rebirth. I think we're talking about a love situation. Not only do we have a new cup of love, a brand new start on something that maybe has been over for a while. But there's an offer. And whether these two people see it coming or not, the opportunity, I think, is going to be there. Now, we know the Death card represents the rebirth, the end of a situation that was necessary to end. It's always a necessary ending. Death is always the ultimate ending. And so we've got the ultimate ending here. And it feels like this relationship was just absolutely destined to start over again. The Strength card. Now we could talk about Leo coming into it. A fire sign definitely could be part of the scenario. Now we're bringing a fire energy into this situation. More than that, we've got strength. I don't think this talks about a person's individual strength. I think what we're really referring to here is the strength that two people, the connection that these two people remain open to one another. I think that's the connection that is very strong here. That if this was an end to a marriage, we have a strong base, a strong foundation to stay relevant in one another's lives. So I think whatever this is coming from a good, sound place. But, you know, the Scorpio can bring a sting with it, though. It's always kind of a hard relationship when you bring that Scorpio personality into it. Especially if it comes in the Scorpio moon. It really does kind of reflect on that, you know, kiss of the, you know, the deadly kiss. You know, Scorpios can be resentful, especially with exes. I've known my share. Okay, so I don't know if you're, okay. All right, I'm putting him where he belongs. The King of Pentacles is now here with the sign that represents him. I think, the Capricorn King. So now I think we may have a fire sign Leo involved in one way or another. Sun, Moon, or Rising, any of these significant players. The Death card. The rebirth after an ending. And then we have this Devil. Capricorn, possibly. But we know what the Devil brings with him. He brings obsession. He brings codependency. He brings bad behavior of all natures. On a physical level, on a sexual level, he brings trouble with him. His energy, I have never met any referral in the tarot to a devil who wasn't caught up, chained to, enslaved by something of a negative nature. Now, my devils can represent Capricorn. That doesn't mean that Capricorn are bad people. I hate the reputation that the devil, that comes with the devil. And he can absolutely represent some of the best Capricorns, some of the best people I've ever known. But, and it could be, we have to keep an open mind there, that somebody here may be dealing with an obsession. We're going to call this an obsession, whatever it is. So, whatever this obsession is, I hope we're going to get some answers around that. The Two of Pentacles. Balancing things out. And I know you can't see this, so I'm going to start going out this way. See if I can't lighten this up just a little bit, guys. 1 second. Is that better? It's going to change up a little bit here. This picture is awful. Okay, hold on. We're getting there. I think that is about as good as it's going to get. Okay. We'll continue in just a second. I want to make sure I get this as good as I can. With the limited light in here, it's going to be what it's going to be. Let me lower my camera. We're better. Okay. The Two of Pentacles. Sorry for the adjustments, guys. It happens on live video without any of the director stuff. So, Two of Pentacles. I think what we've got here, along the way, these two people, this involvement, whatever this is. I'm getting another, oh goodness, okay, all right. I'm going to wrap this up on the love level, and then I'm going to take it down a totally different road. It needs to. So what we have here is one person on one side. We have someone who's getting it together. Feels connected to this Scorpio energy. This water sign, Scorpio. They've been working on themselves. Maybe changing their life. And now they're ready to present themselves to you in a more positive way. In a more positive light. That Eight of Swords, it tells me that there were limitations to this relationship when it was together. There were limitations in this. And the limitations are now coming to me from the devil here. I'm going to try to avoid it for just a minute. But I'm going to have to go back to the fact that that card, with the Death card, we're getting a totally different message now on this. So, Six of Wands, within a couple, there's a welcome change coming. I think there's a solidarity between these two people that cannot be erupted. They may have even separated and gone in their own direction. The hostility between you and this person, this love partner that has parted ways. Any hostility, any negative thinking on the basis of this situation remaining friendship-wise, I see it's probably a positive sign that that's a 10. Hostility leaves. Fear leaves. It's eliminated. It's eliminated from the thought process, because the swords are about the thought process. And this is about taking the time to consider. Taking the time to consider what this situation brings. For some of you, the proposal that comes with this is very serious. It's someone that has worked hard to change their life, and now they're ready to propose a new life to you, a better life, something where they have what looks like dealt with any behavior or inner demon. There's been a break. There's been a separation, a time apart in the relationship. But I think that there is a new kind of proposal coming forward through these two people that yet again addresses one very simple fact that's at the very center. Are these two people strong enough to endure this thing again? To deal with this again? Whatever it was, and there was something there. Because we have all the cards now to point to the fact that there was something there for someone. Now, if I'm going to go back and I'm going to take a serious look at this one more time, I want you to all right, here we go. All right. Wow. It's difficult now to kind of dive into this, because I recognize the scenario. I see the scenario, and I know this scenario. I know it. It's not a personal story. I know of this situation, and I know that it has possibly gone on recently. So I'm going to have to walk a very fine line here, so I'm not identifying anybody. So what we've got here is someone's life starting all over again. One partner in a long-time committed relationship developed a situation in their life, and that person was a thief. Period. Every opportunity they got. And they were attracted to stealing one chosen item in particular. And I'm not going to reveal what that is, but this person with this taste for a certain ladies article led to the demise of his situation, of his marriage, actually. And this individual person now, male or female, has cleaned up their life. They have changed the way they do things, changed their direction, and fought the demon inside. I think if I could speak directly to this person, which I can't. I can't even remember what their name was. It was a reading, but still, I have to walk a fine line. This person, they have been working incredibly hard to let go of that situation so that they can return to their partner better and stronger, with a more positive future. Now I want to take a look, because both of those scenarios can play out here. What have we got? The Ten of Wands, letting go of the burden. I had no intention on speaking of this. This was a reading that I did, oh man, maybe 5-6 months ago, if not a little bit longer. I don't even remember if I was here yet or not, and my apologies if I'm referring to you, because I didn't mention any names. So I think I'm trying to be I'm trying to be as considerate as I can, because I know this person that I did this reading for was incredibly embarrassed about the nature of the spouse's thievery. And so this person, working incredibly hard to give up this activity, is trying now to present themselves as a better person. Whether the situation ends up coming back together or not, I don't know. I want to look for a little bit of clarity, maybe. It may resemble something going on in your life, that last little story I talked about. I just wonder, it almost feels like progress is being made, but I don't know if it's enough. I don't know if it's enough. I don't know if enough healing has gone on. Now, somebody's spouse, partner, ex, lover, whatever, has possibly done something. And even though it feels like they're trying to correct the things that are burdening them, we still have this question as to how much more can they take before they can stand up and move on? How much more of this behavior will they display before they get caught? The Nine of Pentacles. To me, it speaks to the type of target this person enjoyed. The independent female. And it, you know, to me it feels unexpected, but I almost feel like, even though they've even possibly said that the behavior is ended, there's a feeling here for me that just don't, I feel like you need proof. The Four of Cups again. I want to say that I'm not so sure for this person. If you're watching and you recognize your story, you know what? Maybe you should get a hold of me for another reading. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you can simply trust what they're saying or what they're showing you, because there's something about it that just, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like they've really changed all that much when I look at the cards. The Two of Cups, the Six of Wands, yet again, and the Five of Pentacles. Well, well, well. With that Five of Pentacles there, that can be even the Mistress card. We could be talking about someone who keeps mistresses. Girls on the side, whatever you call it. I don't even think, if that's the case, I don't know if this person even hides it. You know, I don't think they do a very good job of hiding it, if that's what they're doing. But we have someone here feeling, it's called the Needy card, but I don't know. I think it's more of an abandonment card. So we may be talking about somebody who has not only had other lovers, they may have left the relationship over those lovers, and now they want to get their foot back in the door. And you really have to ask yourself at this point, is this a relationship that I really want to bring into my life again? For some of you, you've already gone through the process of breaking out of it and moving on. So there is that question that some of you are asking yourself, and you're really reflecting on it. I don't think you're taking it lightly, but I think you're asking yourself, is this a situation that I can grow from? Is this a relationship that I can trust with my home, with my security, and more than anything, with my heart and my emotions? Because I don't know if this energy is really giving it up. And I'm going to show you this. The Magician. He's the trickster. He's the jokester. He will lie to your face and totally betray you if that's the way he wants to play it. The Nine of Swords. I'm going to turn him upside down. He does not give me a good feeling. I think for this guy, he may just be telling you what you want to hear. And he's very good at it. And he may even try to talk you back into a love experience again. This is saying you're going to hold back on that. There's something there that needs to be looked at closer. In fact, for some of you, this person coming back around into your life may just confuse things for you. I don't know. I think he shows up with flowers and a bottle of halfway decent wine. And really his intention may just be to get you drunk, but I don't know. But communication will open up between two people. It happens very quickly, maybe even on this sudden visit to say hello. But what happens with the King of Cups? He speaks those words that he knows you want to hear. He treats you the way he knows you want to be treated. And bottom line, he shows you he's emotional. And what he's really doing, for some of you, he may be playing you completely. So examine the thing. Get the answers you need to get. If an ex-player wants back into your life, you may need more answers, more security, more proof that he won't put you through that again. That's going to be a challenge for some of you. So, one more quick thing. Let's grab. I'm gonna grab, for whatever reason, a past life oracle card. Because I think for some of you, this is a karmic situation that you may be playing out over and over and over again. It feels for some of you this is karmic. I didn't get one karma card here, but I've got the word karma dancing all over my head right now over this one. Oh goodness, see, you've already been through this. I'm only going to show you this one. You've already been through this. For some of you, you've done the visit to the courthouse. My God, you've done the visit to the courthouse. Some of you have officially ended the situation. It was handled by the authorities. But this is a brand new communication. For some of you, the message I'm getting is this person suddenly shows up, gift in hand, spends the night, and then refuses to leave. This is someone who figures they're going to sleep their way right back into your life. Maybe it's about your home. Maybe it's about your money, whatever security you give that person. I think for some of you, there was a reason for that little story I told you. What they're really after is what you hold dear, what you are holding secure. Well, that was a tough one. Took a while to get to the bottom line here. But I think some of you are dealing with an ex who's pretty much their sole intention. They want to show you that they've changed, but they haven't really changed at all. They may be after what's yours. If you have holdings, and this person always seems to be around when you're feeling pretty cash sufficient. They seem to know when you're feeling pretty financially healthy. And for some of you, there's a little bit of that, too. We're talking about a relationship with an ex. There is more than a good chance for some of you that this is relating to, especially if this person has had inner demons in the past. Those situations, they come with a stinger. You know, they can come with that kind of a venomous bite or sting in this case. So I think I'm going to leave that there. If that makes sense to you, in any way. Take what you can use, throw the rest away. If you decide on a reading meant just for you, my email address, my website, they're both posted here. And this scenario is going to play out 100 different ways for 100 different people. Bottom line, someone who says their behavior has changed, to me, it feels like they haven't really changed at all. And in some situations, they may be even worse than they were before. So it's sort of the warning sign for whoever is resonating with the story. That's what I've got, guys. I hope it has a message there for someone. Again, I have love and energy videos going over at my Vimeo channel. I have the weeklies, all 12 signs, over at my YouTube channel where you're watching this right now. Go take a look. And until I see you over the weekend or you reach out to me for a reading, take care, guys. Be well and peace.